video, I'm going to show you some creative ways to trade stacked imbalances in the order flow and how to get into these trades automatically when stacked imbalances appear. On this 1 minute chart, I've got the MMT Polarity indicator. This shows me when there is stacked imbalances in both the body and the wick. It also prints out washout signals, and using this in conjunction with the MMT market maker chart buttons, I can get into a trade automatically when one of these arrows appears. With the market maker chart buttons, I've got market mode, then I've also got pending mode. When I'm in pending mode, as soon as one of these arrows appears, if I've got a buy or a sell pending order activated, then it will put me into a trade automatically. So if I get an imbalance signal from the MMT polarity and I've got this activated, it's going to throw me into a trade with the currently selected ATM on my chart. I've got my higher time frame 60-minute chart, I've got a 5-minute chart, and I've got another 1-minute chart with the flow stack, just kind of monitoring the delta across the NQ and the ES here. I've got some random playback data loaded from a couple weeks ago, so I'm just looking at this move up here, this rejection back here, coming up to 9:30 at the open. I'd be expecting maybe a little bit of a pullback, so I'm more interested in the sell at the open here. So I'm going to activate a pending sell. So if I get an imbalance signal to the downside, it's going to throw me into a short. We're still bearish on the flow stack, bearish on the 5-minute chart here. Got this big cluster of key levels right here. So there is the signal, imbalance signal to the downside, put us into the trade. We got strong delta coming in. You can see the red inside of the candle. It's matching up with this histogram. This is from the ultimate delta indicator. I'd be putting my stop right above whole number here, right above the top of this candle at 02. Just going for a 10-point target. There's the 10 points. So once it puts me into a trade, it automatically resets. So there's only one trade that can be triggered at a time. Now we've got an imbalance signal to the upside. We've got some positive delta coming in. We're still above VWAP. I'm going to wait a little bit and see how price interacts with this huge cluster of key levels. Now we're starting to get some stronger bullish delta coming in here. If we can close above the 20 SMA and above this cluster of key levels, I might be looking to take a long. I've got the imbalance signals set to calculate on price change, but you could also set these on bar close, so then they will only appear after the bar is closed and formed. I like to have it intra-bar so I can get into trades intra-bar, but I'm never just taking a signal just because a signal appears. I'm always factoring in a lot of different things. I'm looking to trade off of key levels, looking for higher time frames to be in conjunction, looking at order flow. Here's a dark green inside of the candle. That means strong bullish delta. So I'm going to put a pending buy order in. We get this strong bullish delta on the NQ. So if we do get an imbalance signal to the upside, looks like it'll be pushing right above the 20 if that happens. Then we've got some nice room up to pre-market high. There's some more medium-sized delta coming in. Got the inside of the candle turning the darker green. There's the strong bullish delta. This will work with the ultimate delta signals as well. With the ultimate delta, I can have a threshold. So once it exceeds a certain threshold, it will print an arrow, which will also get me into a trade. But there's the imbalance signal long. I'd be putting my stop below the low of this candle at 93. I do wish I would have got filled a little bit earlier. We got a top wick on this last delta bar, and the ES delta has been slightly negative in the past here, but we're just picking up now. We got some strong delta on the ES. Just got our 10 points there. So if we can get a close above pre-market high, then we got some nice room up to yesterday's high. I'm going to put another pending buy order in here. Oops, looks like I just missed that. So I can click X to cancel that out. If I've got a pending buy order in, I want to cancel. Or I can also, whoops, it's going to move my take profit right below yesterday's high there. I did not plan on getting into a trade there. I was just trying to show you an example of how to cancel a pending buy order. So at one tick me, I can also manually close out like that. So if I put the pending buy order in, I can tap it again to deactivate it, or I can click the X button to deactivate it. That's what I was trying to show you. So we've got strong bullish delta on the NQ and the ES here. the flow stack went bullish. We're continuing to get strong positive delta here on the NQ. Just got another imbalance signal to the upside. Looks like we got a good chance at testing R1. Very strong delta right there on the NQ. And then up here on the flow stack, I can see the previous 3 candles. I can also change this to see the previous 5 candles or 6 candles, whatever I like. Got a little delta timer grid up here, as well as the delta right above the candles. So I'm not really wanting to get into any more longs. We've got a pretty nice extended move here. So I think I might wait for things to slow down a little bit and look for some potential area to take a little bounce trade short. But I'm going to wait until things slow down a little bit. Right now we've got a lot of bullish delta coming in, a lot of imbalanced signals to the upside here. So we're starting to get some mixed delta coming in here. We just got a washout signal. On this chart, I've got the market order activated. So if I click buy or sell, it's going to instantly put me into a market order. So if I click sell, now I'm instantly in short. Got some divergence, got a washout signal. There's our 10 points. There's an imbalance signal to the downside. So if I missed the pending order, I can always get in on a market order. I'm going to have my stop above the high of this candle here. Another imbalance signal to the downside. So I could put another pending sell. So if we get another imbalance signal to the downside, it's going to throw me into another trade into the same ATM here. We got the flow stack turned bearish there. Got negative delta coming in on the NQ and the ES. Stronger delta on the ES. Got the ultimate Heiken Ashley turning bearish. You can see the red outline of this candle. So there is the next imbalance signal to the downside. We got put in an extra contract. And there's our take profit. So lots of different potential ways to use these indicators. I have not been a big fan of auto trading of any kind, but I still like the idea and I like messing around with it. I like the idea of using it with the polarity imbalance signals or the washout signals and also the ultimate delta. I've got some other videos showing a delta push system where I activate the level 1 arrows on the ultimate delta. So once delta exceeds a custom threshold of whatever you want, let's say it's 100, as soon as delta rises above or below 100, you'll get an arrow and you could use it with the market maker buttons and get put into trades automatically. Then you can always switch to market mode if you want to instantly activate a buy or sell, or you could have a setup like I have here where there's one chart where I'm taking my pending orders on and another chart where I can easily put in market buy or sell orders. The nice thing about the MMT polarity is you don't have to have any footprint charts up. I've got an internal footprint chart built into the indicator and it's reading the imbalance signals off of the footprint order flow chart built in behind the scenes, and then it's printing these arrows. It's showing you the strength of the imbalances. You can also choose how many imbalances you want in order for it to trigger a long or a short. And it's also got the washout signals. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. There are links to all the MMT indicators in the description. If you go to the WAP store, they currently have a glitch where they're only listing 10 of my products. But if you go to the website, monkeymantrades.com, you can see a full list of all indicators with direct links to each indicator. And anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan is absolutely amazing. Apex still has 90% off. Lucid, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, and TradeDay all have great deals going on. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.